Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Horse Racing Enthusiast on Teesside Ste&Dee, who really hasn't got a clue how to explain today. I'm in profit, but that could be down to the fact that I had all singles bets today, which were with free bets, so it didn't cost me anything apart from the reverse forecasts, which I had 5 of. Now one of them come in, so that was good. So that paid for them today, and obviously. Ste&Dee won earlier on at 6.8 on the exchanges, so that made a profit there for me. It was because everything I won on the singles today was like a bonus. I would like to have done better because we got off to such a good start with that great Ste&Dee and the forecast in that race, which was excellent. And then it sort of went downhill from there, and I sort of thought today, a lot of big prices today, hell of a lot of big prices, and I think it showed that they just can't compete. And when I've looked back in my book today over the last, month, there's been very few big price winners, but a lot of smaller price winners. So, I'm in a bit of a quandary. What I'm going to do is you're going to get the top rated horses, but you're also going to get the ones that are under 10 to 1. So, let me explain what's going to happen. I rate a race, and this is how I'm trying to want to get my words right here. It seems to be that the 10 to 1 or unders do very well. But there's not always a lot of them. And the higher price ones, we get a big winner every so often. Like the 80 to 1 the other day and the 22 to 1. But they're rare. Very rare. Now, I know some of you like better the big outsiders, and I know some of you like the more medium prices. You sort of, I don't know, 4 to 1 up to 10 to 1. So I'm going to split it because I think that's the right way forward. Now there isn't many tomorrow, I'll be honest with you, and I'm not going to dwell on today. I've told you we had the winner, Ste&Dee, and we had an excellent third place with Always Fearless, but of course, because I had free bets today, just put £1 win on that one, so I dipped out there. But some of you may well today have had that each way at 22 to 1, and it ran a really good race, so got to be proud of that. But Marchetti, Power, Arenas del Tiempo, Power, Wolford Badenoch, Power, Papa Don't Preach, not disastrous, but not great either. Busby, not great either. And they were all biggish prices. So it seems to be that occasionally, and very occasionally, we're getting a big price winner. Now, that might pay for the week, but it's not good enough for me to give to you. So I'm thinking, if we've got an under 10 to 1 in the race, it's very close to the higher price one, I'm going to give you both, and it's up to you. So I'm going to give you the low prices, and I'm going to give you the outsiders as separates, because some of you might not want to touch the lower price ones. Some of you might just want to do the outsiders, and if you get one in a week or 2 a week, then you're going to be laughing. Where with the smaller price ones, we really want 3, 4, 5 winners a week. I hope that makes sense. It's still all back form. It's just, like I said, a lot of you, I know, like the outside bets. A lot of you like the more, what you would call sensible bets. The lower prices, the bonds that have got the better chance of winning. Don't let me, rule. Outsiders win, we know they do, but they're very few and far between. And I think that's what pees people off watching this channel, because we can go a lot of losers and they get fed up and they go. where if I give you more of the lower price ones that are very near to the top rated, and some of them will be top rated. Tad Reed today was top rated and top back form rating, and it won, but it was under 10-1. The ones that have been over 10-1, they've done absolute naff all. There was one in the last race, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to mention it. I obviously give you Busby, but then I looked through the race and thought, right, what else has got a good rating? Well, what else had a good rating was number 7 plus 26. It went on and won. Virtual Hug. It went on and won. Now, obviously, we had Busby. So I'm a bit gutted that that one won, but it proved a point of what I'm saying. So, based on that, let's have a look at tomorrow's horses, because there isn't a lot. Now, in the Wolves 525, I've only done the all-weather. I've done Wolves. So, Wolves 525, we have 2 horses. An under 10-1 and a big outsider. Up to you which ones you go for. You might not want to go for either of them, but it's up to you. If you like the outsiders, go for the big one. If you don't, and you like the lower price, the more guaranteed price, go for the lower one. Right, so based on that, in the 525, we've got Bystander, which is 11-2, number 6 on the race card, with a plus 17 below its best ever rating. But the big outsider in the race is Isle of Sark, which is number 7 on the race card. And that's got a plus 31 below its best official rating, but it's 33-1. So that's the 2 in that race. Bystander is your low priced one. Isle of Sark is your big outsider. And that's in the 525 at Wolves. Right, moving on to the 630. We've got, again, no, we've only got 1 in that race. It is a big outsider. We've got 1. There is a couple of smaller ones, but there really are small prices, and for me, not worth giving to you. So I'm recommending a very tentative, and I mean tentative with a capital T, Punch Bowl Flyer in the 630 at Wolves. It is £46 below its best official rating. It is a distance winner. It's also got a claimer on board, so it takes up to over £50 below it. And you know what? Could do it. It's been off as high as 105 in its career. It's off 59 at the moment. But with a £5 claim on it, in a sense, it's off 54. So it's £51 below its best official rating. And that's the big outsider in that race. Right, going on to the 730. There isn't a big outsider in this, but there is a nice 9-1 shot. So it's just in that threatening zone, if you like. 730, number 9 on the race card. It's the top plus rating of £33 below its best official rating. Good Karma. Looks decent. There is a few other good ones in the race, but they are big prices. And I'm not convinced of them, but Good Karma looks like a really good bet here. And as I said, it's been, I think it was 11-1 early on. It's come into 9s now. Now, it might fluctuate between maybe 8 and 12-1, but that's probably where it should be. So it's not a massive price, so it's certainly in with a chance. And it's lowest down in the weight. It's number 9 out of 11. So it's got to be there or thereabouts, based on that Virtual Hug one I've said in the last race tonight. Sorry, that was my brother. Right, in the last race, Wolves 830, we have got 2 here. Now, one one's currently off 55 and one's currently off 54. They've both got a £26 below their best ever official rating. One had an 81 at its best, and one has had 80. Now, when you deduct the pound difference between the two, they are neck and neck. I can't separate them, and the good thing is they are both under 10 to 1. They're both in with a good chance. Now, what I would say is I would recommend a reverse forecast with these two, and I would probably put a single on both as well. And that is number 2, Tiger Beetle, a £26 below best official rating and a course and distance winner. And number 4, Al-Bahi, also course and distance winner and also £26 below best official rating. And that, my friends, is it for tomorrow. I hope you understand what I've said earlier on. I am going to split them from now on. I'm going to give you the under 10 to 1s and the outsiders as separates. And then you can decide then which ones you want to back, whether you just want to go down the outside route or whether you want to go down the more guaranteed chance route. And that's it, people. That is your selections for Tuesday, the 3rd of March. Have a good evening, whatever you are doing. I will speak to you all again tomorrow. I'll be putting the busy punter sections on again in the morning, and I'll do it as I've done tonight, the under 10 to 1s and the outsiders. Now, if Good Karma or Tiger Beetle or Al-Bahi or Bystander go out above 10 to 1, you've got a decision to make. Because if Bystander, let's say, goes to 16 to 1 and Isle of Sark's 33 to 1, what do you do? You know, it's that sort of thing. I don't think Bystander will in the 525. Bystander will be around about 6 to 1. It might even come in a little bit. Punchbowl Flyer, no problems with the 630 because it's the only one. So that is an outsider. So there's an each way bet there. But remember, very, very tentative, please. 730, Good Karma. I haven't really got an alternative to that one. So that, but of course, that's teetering between 8 and 12 to 1. So that's one that you've got to make a decision on. Do you go win, do you go each way? But it looks a good bet, Good Karma. And then, of course, in the last one, the 830, Tiger Beetle and Al-Bahi, just can't separate them. Both under 10 to 1, both definitely in with a chance. Tiger Beetle, based on the race and post league, seems to be the popular choice out of the two. But Al-Bahi looked really good before the last race and then really failed to deliver. But is it going to bounce back? Was that intentional? Who knows? Anyway, that is it for tonight. I hope you've done well today. I hope you had a dream. I hope you had that reverse forecast. I know we've been unlucky. I hope you had that each way 22 to 1. Sure, I didn't, of course. I had it as a win. But realistically, you should be there or thereabouts today. Slightly up or slightly down. Fortunately, as I said, for me, because I had 3 bets, I'm up. Not a bad amount either. So I'm quite happy with that. Right, good night for now.